Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Real and Raw with Ree. Happy Friday. We are on episode 78. So before I get into the episode and all of that good stuff, let me just go ahead and say that some parts in this episode may not be kid friendly. I repeat, some parts in this episode may not be kid friendly. So you can pause it, save it for later, put your headphones in, do whatever you need to do. But again, some parts in this episode may not be kid friendly. So now that that is out of the way, go grab a glass of your favorite drink and let's get on into it. If you are new here, welcome to my podcast. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Tune into my other episodes if you enjoy this one. Also hit that like and subscribe button depending on what platform that you are listening to my podcast on. If you are a returning listener, hello, welcome back. Thank you guys for continuing to vibe with me, listen to my podcast, support me. So you all know how I like to start off my episodes. I like to start off with a mental health check. So mentally, I would say that I'm gonna say I'm at a 10. I'm doing really well. A girl is just tired. I am took me a long nap. What was supposed to be a 2-hour nap turned into 4. But I guess I just need to sleep. I'm not complaining. And if you know me, you know I love to sleep. So I would say that I'm at a 10. I'm doing really well. Skin is glowing. Hair is growing, I hope, under these braids. But yeah, I'm doing really well. Work is going good. Yeah, it's nothing really going on with me, to be completely honest. I hope that you guys are doing very well. That you guys are at a 10, if not better. I am ready for it to get hot, like heat up, get hot, so I can put on a dress, vibe. I love hoodie season, don't get me wrong, because sometimes I don't like to get dressed. I just want to put on whatever shirt, put on a hoodie, put on some sweatpants, and go where I need to go. But I want to be cute. I want to look cute. Not saying I don't look cute in the, hoodie and all of that, but I don't know. I don't like the cold. Okay, I was more in November, but I do not like the cold. I'm ready for a little heat. At least 75 and up. I don't want like 90, 100 degree weather. That's not what I want. So I'm going to say like warm weather, like cookout weather. That's what I'm ready for. I don't like the cold. I'm tired of the snow. Yes, I wanted snow. Okay, I'm that girl that was like, oh, I hope it snows. Okay, cool. I'm past it. We just got snow like a week ago. I'm tired of snow. Okay, I just want some warm weather, like 75 and up, and I'll be good. It can get up to 80, and I'm fine. I don't need like 99, 90. I don't need that. Just 75 to 80. I'm gonna say that's what I need. But yeah, I have been doing really well. Have some business things going on that I am trying to plan out. That is all the details that you guys will get for now as far as that goes. But we are going to go ahead and get into the episode. So there's this show that I recently started watching on Netflix called Young, Rich, and Famous. Or not Young, Rich, and Famous. It's called Young, Rich, and African. Or Young and Famous or something. Because when I look it up on the internet, it's a different title or whatever. But on Netflix, it's called Young, Rich, and African. So, or Young, Famous, and African, one of those. But it's a really good series so far. I love it. I'm on season 1, so I think there are like 3 seasons, or they're still making it or whatever. But I'm on season 1. So, the people that I'm going to talk about today, I don't know the dude's name. I forgot his name. That's not his name. I forgot his name. But his girlfriend's name is Kaylee. She's really beautiful. Like, beautiful. If I seen her, I would be looking. Nice shape, pretty, all that. So, his issue, like, they argue a lot. Like, to the point where it was their really good friend's cover release or reveal party, and both of them didn't go because they had been arguing a lot, and they didn't want to be in the same room, or he didn't want to be in the same room with her. But yeah, so that's how much they argue. So her complaint with him is that he's not romantic enough and all of that. I don't really know what his is with her. There is a 12-year age difference, okay? He's older than her. There's 12-year age difference, which I don't really know if that really matters, but I just had to throw that out there. So, I guess he started off like in the relationship, money, buying her gifts, and all this, that, and the third. So, like his friend told him, when you start off that way, you have to keep that up plus more. So, I don't really know if that is what she means when she says he's not romantic enough. Because I feel like just because a dude spends money on you doesn't make him romantic. Like, it does not. Romantic to me personally, I would want you to plan dates, plan trips. We can have like a little movie night. You set it up, or we set it up together. It really doesn't matter. Massages. That's romantic to me. Like buying me flowers. That's romantic to me. We having long talks, walk in the park. I like stuff like that. Like, it doesn't have to be all about money shit. We can cook together at home and be just fine. Grocery shop together. You just being attentive and present. That is romantic to me. That's what I like. I don't feel like you got to put rose petals on the bed every day. Now, that's what you want to do because you love and appreciate a girl like me so much. I'm not against it, baby. Let's do it. I'm not against it at all. I would love that too. So yeah, that's her issue with him. His issue with her is that she is at his house because they don't live together. Apparently, he didn't ask her to move in. She's just there. So I don't know if she has her own place. I'm assuming that she does because he was like that she's at his house like a lot, and according to her, she doesn't know how long she's there. Like, she probably said like 5-6 nights out of the week, which y'all know how I feel about that because I was in a situation like that myself. So she was like that she's there probably about 5-6 nights out of the week, and he feels like, baby, give me some space. Like, how about we bring that down to 2? You go home, give me time to miss you, all of that. So I guess he didn't ask her to move in. She's just there. And he wants some space. Like, he according to him, it's like he might have an erection, okay? And the erection goes down when they start to argue. Of course, it will go down. I get it. So that's why I always say, like, if we're not good outside the bedroom, we're not going to be good inside the bedroom. And I had to break that down to somebody. Like, if we argue, because I feel like a lot of people do this. I'm not going to say men, but a lot of people do this. Like, I don't want you to, like, let's just say we argue and then you come to me when you feeling the type of way, like penis has risen, okay? I don't see that the penis has risen, but you're coming to me and you're trying to say that you're sorry for what you said or what you did, and we're having a conversation, and then immediately after the conversation, you're trying to rub your hand up my thigh. Baby, no. Because I'm going to feel like you only came in here and apologized so you can get some. So it's like, no, we can cuddle up. Like, yeah, because we're going to be laying in the same bed together. Like, this is not going to be, I don't like the whole you go sleep on the couch type thing because I'm coming in there with you. We're going to be sleeping on the couch together. So you might as well just come get in the bed and be comfortable. So, yeah, we're going to cuddle up, but you're not getting that. Like, maybe the next day or something. But that night, no. And I feel like if you trip and you're mad and you're upset that I won't give you none, then I feel like, yes, you only came in here so that so that we could make up pretty much. So that you could apologize and you could get some and then think the issue is over. That's why I don't really get the hype behind the makeup sex thing. Yes, sex is good when you are angry. Okay, sex is good. I have been down that road where I have been upset. You looking good, you smelling good, whatever. and we get it in. Sex is great. Like, I ain't gonna say we talking shit to each other while we're having sex, but you know, yeah. we talking during sex, so it makes the sex better. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, the issues do not go away. I still don't like what you did even after you nut. Like, I don't like what you did. You probably don't like what I did after you made me come. So, yeah, issues are still there. Okay, we probably got a little pleasure in between, but I still feel some type of way. And so, I feel like that's like a temporary fix. And if you continue to do that, it's only going to get worse. So I'm a person where I feel like we need to fix our issues, and then the next day or a couple hours later, if we want to get it in, we're going to do that. Okay, if I want to get it in, I'm going to do that anyway. But we're going to do that. And if I feel like, I was telling somebody this, I said, if we still have our issues, or I'm not giving you none that night, and I'm horny, I'm still going to get it off, okay? Whether that be me in the shower, me in the living room, to the point where you can hear me and I'm self-pleasuring myself, I'm going to do that. And, I mean, you might be upset because you are horny too. You might be upset. I'm pretty sure that you will be, but you're still not getting that. It's still not going to happen. Like, not going to happen. I don't apologize, because I let people know if we are not good outside the bedroom, we will not be good inside the bedroom. And yeah, there should be no temporary fixes, I feel like, or little band-aids put on the problem, because those band-aids will just keep piling up. So fix y'all problems and then get it in later. Don't just come apologize because you want some vagina. My vagina is not going anywhere. It's going to be here in the morning. It's going to be there in the morning or a few hours. So I feel like let's be adults and talk about our issues for real. But back to Kaylee and her man. So I feel like you do need to give your partner like time and space to miss you, especially if y'all don't live together. Now, I'm not saying that you about to go like 3-4 days without talking to me, because are you my man or are you not? Like, we're not going 3-4 days without talking to each other. And it's crazy because some people, which I'm not this person, if you know me. If you've been listening to me, then you know this. Some people be like, I don't really need to talk to my partner all day. Like, we don't need to text all day. I just need you to hug me good morning. I hope, you hope that I have a good day, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I need to talk to my man. Like, I want to hear his voice. I want to know how his day is going, all this, that, and the third. Now, mind you, I know that we can't talk all day long. We can't text all day long. I know that you work. I know that you're busy, whatever. But to only, like, talk to your man that one time a day and then they talk to you at night, so I guess that's 2. No. Like, no. That's not going to work for me. I only talk to you 2 times a day, sun up, sun down. No, that's not going to work. I feel like people, I don't want to say accept the bare minimum in relationships, but that's what it's given, like bare minimum. No, I need to talk to my man. I don't want you to give me that much time to miss you. Like, no, I'm going to miss my man anyway the minute I get off the phone with him. I'm going to miss him. But no, I feel like if we don't live together, then I'm going to miss you anyway. So you don't really need to give me space to miss you. Talk to me on the phone. FaceTime me. Come see me. I don't need you there 5-6 nights out the week. I do not. I'm a woman. I love my space. Like, I like my space. For now, it's just like space. I get tired of seeing folks. I get tired of having people in my space. Maybe I won't feel that way when I get into a relationship. But for now, it's just like, I like my space, which I'm going to have to adjust when I get in a relationship and all of that. And somebody wants to be up under me in my skin. And I like that for me. I would love a man that wants to be up under me, wants to live in my skin just as much as I want to live in his. I would personally love that. But I don't want somebody that's going to be up under me every single day. I don't want that. I need you to go home, go check on your space, go clean your space, whatever. Like, yeah, go do that, and then we can come back together. But I don't want somebody glued to my hip every single day, like 6 days a week. No, thank you. I'm going to get tired of you. Like, no. So I see why Kaylee's man is tired of her, because it's like, girl, go home to your space. Go home. Especially if you are there from sun up to sundown 5-6 days a week. That shit is tiring. And then I got to hear your mouth every day. No. And I feel like when you are together that much, like sun up, sundown, you never went home those 5-6 nights out the week, I feel like there is it's no alone time, because you want this man to be romantic, attentive, all of that. When does he have time to breathe? So it's like, no, because I wouldn't even want nobody in my space that much. It's like, baby, go home. Go live your life. Go home. We can talk on the phone later. If I want you to come back, come back. And that's why I tell people, like, if I ever, excuse me, if I have company and all this, that, and the third, like when I used to have company, I would want you, especially if we not on that type of time, I need you gone by like 8 in the morning, 8, 9 in the morning. When you give people space to hang out and all this, that, and the third, they will be there to fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's just like, baby, why are you still here? Why are you in my space? Like, get up and go home. Get up and go home. I don't want you here. So when I used to do like my D appointments, it used to be like, okay, you can come over, but them eyeballs and your feet need to be on the floor at 9 a.m. heading out the door. I didn't play that. Like, that's where you need to be, because I don't want nobody hanging around. I don't want nobody forgetting that they got a home to go to, because this ain't it. So, yeah, honey, like, go do your thing. I get the whole, I need time to miss you, space to miss you, all of that. But if you are like my man, just don't go a whole bunch of hours without talking to me. Okay, now if you're at work and you can't have your phone, you hit me up on your break, we talk, whatever. That's cool. I'm with that. When you get off of work, we talk, we chop it up. I'm with that too. Okay, but you going about, I'm going to say, almost, let's just say you told me good morning when you woke up, blah, blah, blah. You at work. You work a 9 to 5. Okay, you're off now. And here it is almost 12 o'clock and I haven't heard from you for the night. I'm going to have an issue with that. I am. I get that you got off at 5. You did whatever. Got yourself together for the next day. Whatever. But between 5 and I'm going to say almost 12 a.m., why didn't I hear from you? No, and I feel like if you're my man, you know what time I'm going to bed. You know what time I try to wind down to go to bed. So you don't think you needed to talk to me before I went to bed? So yeah, not with it. But me being me, I'm going to call my man. Or I'm going to text him and see if he's busy, is he free, whatever. FaceTime him and talk to him. So yeah, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to always be the one doing that. So, I don't know, have to be a balance of understanding, communicate. That is the biggest thing. Communicate what you like, what you don't like, what needs to be fixed, this, that, and the third. And I feel like just because somebody tells you what they like and don't like, what needs to be fixed, it's not always nagging. And I hate when people make it seem that way. Just because I come to you with something that I feel like we need to change, I'm not nagging, I'm not arguing. I'm just voicing how I feel, so that we can fix it. There's no need for it to keep building up. And then it's like, oh, well, when you felt this way, why didn't you tell me? Because I'm that person where I'm going to say, okay, when this happened, why didn't you say it? Because it's like, okay, it has been building up. It's been going on. I didn't think you had an issue. Now you do. So, yes, voice your opinion. And hopefully the person can comprehend what you're saying and understand what you're saying. Um, so yeah, I no, just communicate and give your partner some space to miss your ass. Like, no, give your partner space. It's okay to want to live in their skin, because I be wanting to live in my partner's skin when I have a partner. I be wanting to live in their skin. So the next man that I get, I'm going to live in your skin. You're gonna live in mine. And we're not gonna be attached at the hip. I'm not gonna say that because I still need my space. Um, but yes, give your partner time to miss you. Be romantic. Be attentive. Be all of that. Now, me only. I'm trying to see if I really agree with the dude when he was like, I don't know. I feel like being at somebody's house 2 nights a week is not a bad thing as long as you guys are communicating, going on dates, and seeing each other those other 5 nights or other 5 days, like y'all seeing each other. Okay, but me just seeing you twice a week and you're my man, nah, that's not gonna work for me. So if you know me, you know how important it is for me to pretty much marry into a family that is very family oriented, that is together pretty much, because I feel like togetherness is really important. And if you know me, you know that, well, I ain't gonna say if you know me, but I've spoke on this on my podcast before. How I think I spoke on this. I know I spoke on family and all of that, but my siblings and I are not that close, like not at all. And it's a lot of us. It's 10 of us. One of my brothers passed away, so it's 9 of us. Um, so I have 6 brothers that are living, 2 sisters. Yeah. But yeah, we're not close at all. And I don't really like that. But it's kind of like, I mean, what can you do? I mean, you can do something, but it's only so much that you can do. And me, I don't like drama. I don't like nonsense. I don't like stupidity or any of that. Like, I'm not a drama filled person at all. Some people love drama. Some people wake up, breathe, live drama. And I'm not one of those people. I don't like it. Now if it comes to me, that's a different story. But I don't like drama. I don't feel like siblings should be sitting up arguing and fussing all day. I don't think that I don't think that you should get to a point either where you are fist fighting with your siblings. And I was telling somebody this the other day, because I know that people are like, oh well, me and my sibling used to fight all the time. This. I don't think that y'all should be fighting. Like, I don't. I feel like you shouldn't be fighting your sibling like they're a nigga on the street or a person on the street. Like, no, I don't agree with that. I feel like, yes, y'all are gonna get into it. There may be confrontations, whatever arguments, but it should never get to the point where you ready to put your hands on your sibling. You get to the point where you ready to take them out the world. Like, it should definitely never get to that point. So me, I'm just like, no. Um, and when I have like kids, more than one kid, I'm going to teach them like, this is your sibling. You don't put your hands on your sibling. Of course, when they little, little kids or whatever, they might have a little tussle or be fighting over a toy or something like that. But as they get older and they understand, or even in that moment, you let them know like, this is your sibling. No, if y'all can't get along, y'all can't share. Neither one of you will play with it. Neither one of you will get it, and that's just what it's gonna be. But no, to have your siblings, I mean, have your kids or whatever fussing at each other, putting their hands on each other, I'm not with that. Not with it at all. I feel like you teach them to stick together. Togetherness is very important. Team up and beat the person on the outside of the family. Okay. Team up and go against them. But as far as your sibling, no, I'm not with that, because it's just like, I get the fact that people be like, oh well, I can put hands on my brother, can't nobody else put hands on him. You shouldn't want to beat the crap out of your sibling. You shouldn't want to. But I mean, to each their own. I'm just not with it. But um I feel like a lot of families are just not families anymore. It's not any togetherness, no loving, and I feel like people always use that. Oh, well, my friends are more like family, and honey, that's not a good thing. That's not, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like people think it is. People think it's okay. I personally do not. It's cool if your friends show up and they ride for you and they support you, all this, that, and the third. I have some people in my corner like that, but um, I don't think that that should become a norm and be accepted the way that people have been accepting it and trying to make it a thing. Like, oh well, I'm good on my family and the whole what do they say? Um, something about damn, I forgot how they word it. Um, blood doesn't make you family or something like that that they say. So I just want to stop y'all for a second and say that whatever platform that you are listening to my podcast on, make sure that you are subscribed, make sure that you are following my podcast. Go ahead and like this video. Make sure that you guys share my podcast with your family, your friends, your boo, your coworker, whoever, your side piece. It really doesn't matter who you share it with. Just make sure that you share it. Get in the comments and engage. Let me know what you think about the episode so far. And we are gonna go ahead and get back into it. I feel like I get the whole blood doesn't make you family and all of this, that, and the third, and your friends show up, they show out for you. Some of them do more than your family ever has. I get it. But that is not okay. That's not okay. I feel like people should work on building bonds and relationships or rebuilding bonds and relationships with their siblings, with their family, with their aunts, with their uncles. I don't even know if people still really have family reunions anymore. I don't know the last time I had one, been to one, nothing. And I feel like it's a lot of competition that goes that surrounds a bunch of siblings, a bunch of families. Like you have aunties competing with the aunties, uncles competing with the uncles, siblings competing with their brothers, their sisters, and I don't feel like I know some people have like closer relationships than others, but I feel like y'all should try to have a close relationship with each and every one of your siblings. I don't care what the age difference is. Um, you shouldn't always show up when somebody is dying, because at that point, baby, it's too late. It's too late. I listen. I don't want to hear, "Oh, I wish we could have did this. Wish we could have did that. Oh, I love you." Da 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 da. You saying all the things that you never said. It's too late. And that might sound really harsh, but that's the reality. Like, it's too late before you to sit here and tell me how you wish we would have did more of this as a family. You wish we would have went here. Um, the little disagreements that we had, blah 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 blah. They didn't matter. And when you said this, and don't be trying to clear your little conscience, before I close my eyes. Like, no, and I tell my siblings all the time, we shouldn't just gather for a funeral. And something recent that happened, I told them I was just like, it's a shame that we can't get together and do stuff as a family. And I was like, just get y'all funeral clothes ready because that seems to be the only time that people actually gather. And I don't know, which is crazy that y'all can gather in a room together and get along for the most part when somebody is going underground. And that's a shame to me. It really is. And I seen something that was like, if you didn't come from a loving family, make sure that you create one. And that is so, so, so important for me. Like, to create a loving family. Like, have a man that loves on me, I love on him. We love on our children, create traditions, all this, that, and the third. Start your own. I feel like I would love to have my siblings in my kids' lives, which I would like them to be, but I would never force anything. I would never um I ain't gonna say push my kids on them or whatever, like never. Never would do that. Um I'm okay with a family that I create. I'm okay with that. I'm okay if it's just me and my baby. I'm okay if it's me, my baby, and my man and what we have going on. I'm okay with that. I don't, if he's very family oriented, which that's the kind of man that I want. He's very family oriented. We can go to his family functions, his family reunions, and all of that. Um, it would be important for me to let him know the relationship between my family and I, my siblings and I, and all of that, because I feel like those are things that you should talk about in case he's like, oh, why, how come I've never met such and such, and how's your relationship with this? And a lot of people, a lot of dudes want to know how's your relationship with your dad, so they can see like if they about to have like a girl with some daddy issues on their hands or whatever. And um, of course, pay attention to how a guy treats his mom, because I feel like that's how he's going to treat you. Or if he's healed from the trauma and past situations that came with that and his relationship with his mom, he's not going to treat you that way. So it is important to know people's family history, and everything that went on is very important. So I agree with that, but I'm very big on a person that is family oriented, because I mean, I don't really have that. So I would like that. And it's important for me to marry into a loving family, to be welcomed into a loving family. And I was telling somebody the other day, like, I don't like when families feel like they have to interrogate you and intimidate you. Like, I don't like that. That's not cute. Um, I don't know who started that, but it shouldn't be a thing. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't recommend that my man does that. Um, we have kids or whatever, like a daughter or whatever, because I don't people don't really do that with their sons. They don't do that. So I get that you're doing it with your daughter. You want her to be feel protected, and you want this man to or this dude to know like don't play with my child. But don't be trying to intimidate him and scare him. I'm not with that. Because if roles were reversed and she was over there, I would, and I had a daughter, she's at his house, so they about to go hang out. I wouldn't want her mom to be pressing my daughter. I mean, I wouldn't want his mom to be pressing my daughter. Like, don't be pressing her. So I'm not okay with the girl's dad pressing the dude. Like, don't try to intimidate him. Um, no. Talk to him respectfully, get to know him or whatever. If you feel like you need one-on-one time with him before they go out, I mean, set that up before they're supposed to hang out or whatever, or before they go to prom, whatever, whatever, because that's usually when the dude comes over to get the girl when they go on the prom, and that's when the dad tries to intimidate him and all this, that, and the third. But no, I feel like set that up a day or two before or something, get to know him, see what type of dude he is, or ask her in advance, like, it's around prom season, ask her, did somebody ask her? And then set it up, but don't try to intimidate him and scare him. Like, I'm not with that. I just think that's corny behavior. So, getting pregnant by your baby daddy that's already a deadbeat. For one, I don't understand why you're laying down with the man. Like, I don't understand. And it's a little bit of judgment, I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm pretty sure this is some people's situation. Um, yeah, this is for you if this is your situation. I was gonna say my apologies, but I don't apologize. I no, I don't feel bad for anything that I'm about to say. My thing is, if he's already a deadbeat and he's not doing anything for your child, for y'all child, why are you even spurting your legs to this man? Why is he even present? Like, why is he even there? And I feel like he's not doing nothing for the kids. So why y'all in the same place anyway? Like, I'm assuming that he's probably coming to your house, and it's like, okay, why is he at your house? He don't do nothing for the child. Like, he's a deadbeat. Because to me, a deadbeat is somebody who is not seeing their child. They're not doing nothing for their child. They're not talking to the child. It's no contact, no communication. It's nothing. Like, nothing. That's a deadbeat to me. Now, if they're helping out with buying school stuff, or they're helping out with like sliding you some money for the child, if they are, in the child's life, like getting them every other weekend or every weekend or something like that, that's not a deadbeat to me. He's active. He's there. He's present. But a deadbeat, like I just said, they ain't doing shit. So it's like, he already a deadbeat. Why are you spurting your legs to him? Especially if he know that that's his child. It's no doubt, he never denied it. Nothing like that. Why are you spurting your legs to that man? And then you had the nerve to get pregnant again. So you had the nerve to fuck him raw. Like, again, after you know what type of man this person is, that's stupidity to me. And I don't feel bad. I feel bad for the kids that are involved, because clearly both of y'all are stupid. Lord forgive me, but I know, it's like, why would you put yourself in that situation again? Especially if you are like struggling as a single parent, and then you sit here and you get pregnant by the same deadbeat that ain't doing shit. Like, make it make sense. If you're gonna go get pregnant by a dude that's taking care of his kids, that's about something, that is putting you and your child first. Like, that's showing you that he wants to be in y'all lives and all of that. He's stepping up to the plate, unlike Mr. Deadbeat. But getting pregnant again by the same man that ain't doing shit is beyond me. Beyond me. And that's why people be like, they don't trust the whole baby daddy, baby mama thing. They get along, they co-parent him, whatever. Dude coming over to see the kids, girl coming over to see the kids. People don't trust that, because people still be fucking around. So, and I get it, 100%, I really do. I understand completely. I wouldn't trust it either. To be honest, I wouldn't. But like I said, like I always say, reassurance is a beautiful thing. But the nerve of you to get pregnant again by this deadbeat that's not doing anything, you about to struggle 10 times as harder. 10 times as hard with this second child by the same deadbeat. Like, at that point, you can't even feel bad for the person, because you put yourself in that situation. And I know that his words were not that sweet to butter you up, to get you slippery and wet and all of that, to let this man just do what he do. Like, let him go up in you raw. To let him even talk you out the drawers, honey. Like, how you let a deadbeat do that? No, like, that doesn't make sense to me. No, both of y'all are stupid, but you more stupid than him, because, I mean, he getting what he want. He getting the goods, and you got nothing. Like, no, nothing at all. Still struggling with your child. Make it make sense. So, y'all, I seen a Facebook post the other day, and I'm pretty sure I spoke on this before, but a girl pretty much made a post that her brother was charged with assault, intercourse with victim by force, threat, or intimidation, right? And of course, this was on Facebook. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that it I feel like Facebook is a family app, family site. So I feel like it's, certain things that you post, you don't post, but I feel like that's kind of going out the window for some people, but it's always going to be in the window for me. Now, I'm not trying to say this is one of those posts that you don't post, because I feel like if you want to bring awareness to a situation, you definitely go post on Facebook. So, she was saying that her brother, touched her when she was 5 and he was 8. So she was like her grandma, and she had names for the other people, but I didn't know like if it was her, like who they were to her. But I know she said her grandma, and like 2 other people I think walked in on the situation like as it was going on, I believe, and they said nothing, like stayed silent, and I was just like, wow, like to me that's absolutely crazy, and it makes me feel like, was this, like, I ain't gonna say was that his first time doing something like that to somebody, but it's like, okay, how long has that been going on in this family for you to walk in on something like that and you say nothing, do nothing? Like, it's like y'all seen it and y'all walk right back out. Like, no. And mind you, these people were black. Okay, I'm just put that out there. So I was just like, okay, no. Because, I don't know, it's just like you're not shocked by the behavior. It's like you done seen it before. Or this has been going on for generations and nobody is saying anything. They just sweeping it under the rug, because if you walk in on something like that, to siblings, to cousins, I don't give a dang who it is. Uncle and a niece, I don't care who it is. You, even if it's a girlfriend and her boyfriend, like your son and his girlfriend, you gonna check that. Like, you're not just gonna walk in, walk out, and then to me it sounded like the situation was never addressed anyway, which was crazy to me. So, of course, after that it continued because he took her V card at 13. So that continued from when she was 5. I'm assuming all the way up until she was 13, and he did that. Took her V, which means that had been going on for a good little minute. And I was just so disturbed, and I was so sad for her and felt so sorry for her when I was reading that post. And I love that she posted his mugshot up there. Okay, but we're going to get to that. But I was happy that she put his picture up there. Mugshots, didn't hold back on the names. No, nothing. First and last names. Okay. So I was here for it because, point these people out for what they did. And it was a thing going on Twitter at one point where, well, I ain't going to say at one point because I'm pretty sure it still is, but where people were putting their like attackers and dudes that have assaulted them and all this, that, and the third on social media, or putting a picture up. They might not have known the person's name, and eventually they figured out the name because other women said that, oh, this is such and such, and he did this to me, and all of that. I feel like, yes, put their pictures out there, put it on out there. No shame, no nothing. They didn't have any shame when they did what they did, but when I was reading it, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to that. So she was like, at that point when she was 13, she was like tired of keeping all that in. And that is a lot for a 13-year-old. That is a lot for a 5-year-old. Like, child, to just be going through that for years and your family knows it and they didn't do anything. It's crazy. But at 13, that is a lot. On top of what you're already going through as a teenager, as a preteen, all of that is a lot. And I just, my heart breaks for her. It goes out to her because I just couldn't imagine. And then she was like, she told her dad at 13, I guess everything that had been going on and, her losing her V card or whatever. And he cursed her out and he blamed her. And she said she never said anything else after that. So I'm assuming it probably kept going on. Or, she's 13 now, so she has a bigger voice. So I don't know if it was still going on because she didn't say. But like I said, at 13 you have a bigger voice than what you had at 5. Because at 5 you don't really have a voice. So I just couldn't believe her dad. Like, your parent, excuse me, somebody that is supposed to protect you from any and everything, to turn it back on you like you are the problem. I just couldn't believe it. And then she was like that he called her grandma and called somebody else. I don't know if he called her aunt. He called somebody. Um, put it on speaker and let them curse her out. And I was just like, that's crazy to me, because it just makes me feel like this has been going on, especially from the grandma and other people walking in and saying nothing, doing nothing, just sweeping it under the rug. That shit has been going on. That's been in the family. That's the thing. Like, uncles probably do shit like that too. Okay, it was probably done to them. I wouldn't be surprised if it was done to them and it got swept under the rug. And it's just a repeating cycle at this point, because for you to be her parent and she tells you that this happened, all this went on, you cuss her out and then call her grandma and whoever else to cuss her out too, is crazy. You did not protect her. You were not a voice for her. Nothing. You were not her safe space in that moment. So she probably felt like she was by herself. And I thank God she's still here to this day. Or whenever I seen that post, I thank God she's still here. Because that's a lot to deal with, a lot on your mental as a kid. A 13-year-old kid. Like, that's crazy. So then she was like, no, fast forward. One of her cousins sent her a flirty message on Snap, and she told her dad about it. And her dad said that he would pretty much address it if she wanted him to. So so many people failed her in these situations, but she put his name, first and last name, on that post. And the crazy thing is, had the brother been, I don't want to say be stopped, but had that situation be nipped in the bud when it was going on with her, it wouldn't have got to the point where, what year was this? It was recent that I seen it. But it wouldn't have got to the point where in present day, the brother is getting charged with assault. You know, forcing his victim, threatening, intimidation. Had that shit been nipped in the bud when he was 8 and she was 5, he wouldn't have been getting charged with that, because the shit would have got nipped in the bud. It wouldn't have kept going on, because ain't no telling who else he has done that to. Ain't no telling. But I'm happy that he got charged. I really am happy that he got charged. Her daddy need to go down. The grandma need to go down. Everybody else needs to go down, because I feel like the cousin too, because it's just like, it makes you think, like, if you're doing this to me, who else in our family are you doing it to? What strangers are you doing it to? It's disturbing, to be completely honest with you. And like I said, my heart goes out to her, because that, for dealing with that for all those years. And in one of my episodes, I had said that kids go to school, and that's probably their only safe space, is school. And that's why I hate it when kids go to school and they get bullied and picked on and all of that, because it's like, home is supposed to be a safe space for the kids. And I feel like you are going to school, you're getting bullied and all of that, so that's not a safe space for you. You go home, that's not a safe space, because everything that is going on at home. So it's just like, where is your safe space? Where is it? And that leads to a lot of suicide amongst kids and adults, as we've been seeing. But It's just crazy to me. That's why I say you have to teach your kids to be kind. Like, you never know what people going through at home. You never know. You can't look at somebody and tell that they're going through this or that. I mean, sometimes you can. You can see that they just look like they just going through it. But a lot of people don't look like what they've been through. So you'll never be able to tell. And then to the adults in situations, I just feel like it's time for y'all to speak up and be there for your kids, be that voice for your kids, vouch for your kids. Don't just sit here and sweep shit under the rug, because yes, it might have happened to you. It wasn't right when it happened to you. Don't, if you know that you didn't like it when it happened to you, why would you let this happen to your grandchild, your sister, your niece, your cousin? Like, why? I don't understand. I really don't. Cause I know for a fact that you wouldn't want it to happen to your child. I know that for a fact. But shit, some people don't even care when it comes to their kids. Some people do not care, because it was a story that I saw on Facebook, I think like a few months ago, where the girl was saying that her mom, I think it was her mom, pretty much sold her for a substance. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but sold her for a substance. And then she just went through a lot, like a lot. And then it was like her uncles doing this and that to her. And then I think the only person that really tried to be that voice, really tried to help her, was her dad. But I think something happened with him. So I just feel like parents, you have to do better at protecting your kids. Grandparents, you have to do better at protecting your grandchild, your grandchildren. Like, the whole family has to do better at protecting one another, and stop sweeping shit under the rug and letting it go on for generations and generations when you know that it's not right. I get that that might be your brother. You don't want him to get in trouble. But then again, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Because he knows what he's doing. You're an adult. And even at 8, you know what you're doing. Like, let's be real. And like I said, had that situation been handled, he probably wouldn't be locked up for doing the same shit that he was doing when he was 8. So ain't no telling how long he has been doing that. I just think that's insane. And I ain't even about to go there. But we just got to do better at protecting the kids, protecting the family, and speaking up and stopping shit that has been in the family and making people feel like it's their fault that this happened to them. Like, stop victim blaming. Don't do that. I don't like that. Don't do that. So on a lighter note, I seen this post on Facebook where a girl asked the guy out on a date, I think, pretty much to go eat Mexican food or whatever. Either way, she asked him out. Okay, to go eat Mexican, right? Didn't say how the date went or anything like that. But what she did say is, when the bill came, I guess the waitress, waiter, or whatever, gave the bill to the dude. The dude gave it to her. And she pretty much was like, okay, why did you give me this bill? He said he felt like since she asked him out, he shouldn't have to pay. And they kind of got into like a little exchange or whatever. So yeah, they got into like a little heated exchange or whatever at the table. And one thing I don't do is embarrassment. Okay? When that check come, we need to already be knowing who's paying, who's doing this, who's doing that. let's not try to figure that out when the check comes, baby. Let's not. Yeah, when the check comes, I feel like we shouldn't be trying to figure out who's paying, because it's like, okay, when you were munching on your food, did you not know that we were gonna have to pay for this? So yeah, I don't feel like that we should be trying to figure that out, because I'm the type of person where we just sitting there looking at each other. Well, for one, I'm not gonna look too long. If I don't see you reaching in your wallet, I'm going to reach in mine. And um if I have to pay, at that point, you won't hear from me again, because it's like, why am I paying? No. So but in her case, they had gotten into a heated argument, right? And she had called him, that she felt like he was gay, because no straight man would expect a woman to pay for the tab. So she said that he left her with the tab, and she had to call her mom because she didn't have the money. Sis. So I feel like you only ask for one, you don't ask somebody out if you don't plan to pay. That's how I feel. You don't ask people out if you don't plan to pay. And then you don't ask people out if you're broke. Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Because it's like, okay, what it sounds like is that you wanted a free meal. That's what it's given. Like, you want a free meal. And for you to have to sit there and call your mom because you didn't have any money. So it's like, even if the bill was split, you still would have been sitting there looking stupid. Like, why would you go somewhere with no money? I don't get that. I don't get why people go places with no money. I don't care if somebody said they paying for you or whatever, like they got it. I could see if you were like, you don't have any money, you let them know that, like, you tight on cash, and they was like, oh, no, I got it. But for you to ask this man out just so you can get some free food, that's that's why men are not trusting y'all as it is. Okay, they not trusting y'all. They taking y'all somewhere else that does not involve food, or they want the goodies after. Because y'all just going there for free food. Now, I'm not with a man trying to tell you to give up your goodies because he bought some Mexican. Like, I'm not with that. Or whatever he might have bought. But the point is, you were broke. So in this situation, baby, you did go there for the free food. And I feel like he was not wrong for leaving you with the tab. And it's embarrassing that you had to call your mom. Thank God he left. Because the fact that you would have had to call your mom to pay in front of this man is ridiculous. Because it would have just been like, you know what? I'm not even about to leave you here waiting for your mom. I'm going to go ahead and pay. You will be blocked. That's just that. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the free meal. Because that's insane. That is insane, honey. And it's another video that I seen, but I didn't watch it all the way through. I don't know if this was their first date or how many dates this was, but they had went on a date. I don't even know how the date went, but because it started at when she was ordering like a whole bunch of food. So I guess she had kids or whatever. Like, he was gonna pay for her meal, but then she started ordering like to go meals for her kids. And so let's just say she had 3 kids at home. So she might be ordering like chicken tenders, fries, and a drink. Or maybe not even the drink. I don't even know. But this is hypothetical. She ordering a baked potato, asparagus, and some steak for another kid. And then she's ordering, I don't know, chicken, rice, and whatever else for another kid. And the dude is sitting there, they're black. The dude is sitting there looking like, okay, who paying for this? Which I don't blame him, because who? I don't blame him. I'm paying for yours and mine. And that to-go food, you gotta cover that. I'm not paying for that. So I like I said, I gotta go watch the rest of the video. I believe I saved it because it was on Facebook. But yes, why would you order about 3 meals for your kids? You need to make sure that that's your job, to make sure that they are fed. And speaking of kids and fed, I am I'm gonna save that for another episode. But yeah, we're gonna get into that too. But that's gonna be on another episode. But no, if you're ordering 3 to-go meals for your kids, you need to pay for that. The date is over. The date is over. You need to pay for that. No, that bill was probably, I don't even know. Bill probably about $200 fooling with her. No, and I feel I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. But in this case, no, I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm gonna say it because it's how I feel. Um, if the dude would have been like, okay, so we doing like a little nightcap, like you dropping these plates off to the kids, and then what we getting into, I wouldn't have felt like he was wrong at all if he said that. Wouldn't have felt like he was wrong because you running up this man's tab for 3 kids. 3 kids now. Date is over, but you running up tabs, and the nerve for you to sit here and be that bold. To sit here and order 3 to-go. I could never. I could never. That's just something that I can't do. I couldn't do that. I feel like you should have paid for that. And for the fact that you added it to his tab is insane. I would have been like, I'm going to order 3 to-go meals, but it's going to be on a separate tab. Like, that's what you should have did. Why would you put that on his tab? And then probably get mad if he's like, oh, no, baby girl, I'm not paying for that. Like, no, you're going to have to figure that out. And then you probably got mad at him. He's every broke and every this, that, and the third. But he just paid for your meal and his meal. Yeah, but we going to call him broke now that he's not doing something that we want him to do. Like, no. Child. And like I told somebody, I said women are starting to make me feel like men deserve more instead of less. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Real and Raw with Ree. If you are listening on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment your thoughts on the episode. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about my podcast. If you are listening on any other platform, make sure you follow, like, get in the comments. Let's engage. And I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.